because we are now starting to hear, we just heard it from Speaker Johnson, and I think Marco Rubio said something similar, that the actual preemptive strike was because Israel was about to attack Iran to destroy its missiles. And because, and we had learned, the US had learned that if Israel did that, Iran was then going to attack US bases in the region. Is that right? Do I have that right? Is that what they're saying?
That's what they said this time.
Does that count as?
That's not the definition of preemptive. If you are taking an action that creates someone doing something, then you're preempting a theoretical.
Right.
And it also, I feel like it's very interesting that this is all based on the idea that, number one, we can't control Israel, and number two, our entire war with Iran is because of what Israel is doing. In other words, Israel is the tail wagging the dog.
It's just an odd.
So I don't get that.
It's not also what we had been told by lots of other people, including President Trump, starting Saturday, but then also today, and on and on. Do you make sense of this for us?
So, Jake, it is confusing. I've been confused several times along the way. The more I listen to them, the more confused I get. But let's start from two principles. First, this was a war of choice, not a war of necessity. A war of choice is one that you do when you are not about to be attacked preemptively. They're trying to generate that thought. You could have made that argument perhaps in June when the president took out those 3 nuclear sites, because at that point the Iranians were far closer to a nuclear weapon.
How closer? How much closer?
Well, they had access to all of the fuel that they had enriched in near bomb grade quantities. And so it would have taken them a few weeks at the most to turn it into bomb grade, and maybe a few months to a year to turn that into a usable weapon. Okay, but now all that fuel is buried. Okay, so the nuclear thing was kind of off the table, which is why the president had to then say, well, they're working on intercontinental missiles that could reach the United States. Except his own Defense Intelligence Agency said they wouldn't have that until almost 10 years from now. And so that's number one. And number two is, let's just listen to what the president said the morning that this all began. He urged the Iranian people to wait for the bombing to be over and then rise up and overthrow their government.
Regime change.
That sounds like regime change.
But
all of a sudden they don't want to talk about regime change.
It is confusing for sure.